If you're on the market for a lightweight bed chair, but don't want to fork out too much money, then stick around. So quite clearly from the intro, the beds I've got with me today are extremely lightweight. I've got two different ones with me, but very, very similar. They're from Advanta. I've got the Discovery CCX Straight 6 and the CCX Straight 6 Superlite. So the main difference being is that the Superlite is 200 grams lighter than the standard. This one comes in at 6.9 kilos. The Superlite is 6.7 kilos. This is rated to 130 kilos in weight to support you and 120 kilos for the Superlite support on that one. And also very slight difference is the dimensions. I just laid the Superlite on top of the standard CCX Straight 6, and as you can see from the clip, slightly shorter and slightly narrower than the standard, which obviously helps it to be a bit more lightweight. But that is pretty much the only differences between the two. So let's dive into some of the other specifications, points about them and materials used. Today I'm going to focus on the Superlite, but all of the points I raise on this are exactly the same for the CCX Straight 6, other than the main points that I raised at the very beginning with dimensions, weight and capacity that it can hold. But just going back to the size, if I lie out on this one, my head is now flush with the top and I'm just about fitting in this one. I'm 6'1", about 13 stone, and I can fit in this, but if I were you, if you're about my sort of size or a bit bigger, I'd go for the slightly larger bed. So if you're under 6 foot, this one is probably the one for you, but when there's only 200 grams in it, it's really up to you. This does save you a little bit of weight, but if you're a smaller chap, this one's fine. Slightly bigger, then go for the larger one. Now there's a couple of aspects in particular that have made this as lightweight as it is, starting off with the frame. They've used aluminium, so it's still nice and sturdy, rigid, durable, but it's nice and lightweight as well. And underneath, as you can see, there's no additional lumbar support, and that's because they've used rope instead of elastic. That eliminates any need for extra bits to strengthen certain points like your back or head end. All of it is rope, so there's actually twofold as well. So it eliminates a bit of weight, but it also eliminates any kind of sagging. It's still fully adjustable. I can access the knots, so if I wanted to tighten it or loosen it, I can do so and do the knots up myself, but that just makes sure that it's nice and sturdy, supports you all round, and there's no sagging over time. And moving on to the mattress, you've got lovely padding all the way around. You've got perimeter padding all the way around, and underneath actually you've got different materials to what you see on the top. Now here you've got nice DPM and an olive on the outside for the padding, but underneath slightly more durable materials, because that's where it's going to be rubbing up against the rope and the frame every time you're sitting on the edge as well. It's just got sturdier materials, and again on the hinge points you've got reinforced materials, just to make sure that all those points that are more prone to wear and tear are reinforced. Flipping onto the underside, as the name suggests, 6 legs, all of which feature push and lock adjustable mud feet, fully rotational feet on there, so any kind of rough terrain or rocks underground, you can set this up nice and level. And talking of nice and level, you've got double hinges, which allows you to put the bed chair out nice and flat like so, but it also means that you can leave a sleeping bag on it. Because they're double hinges like so, as you can see, there is plenty of room in between each section of the bed chair to fit your sleeping bag, so you can leave it in situ. And once folded up, there is a strap here with a clip just to hold it all together. Again, this is adjustable, so if you do leave your sleeping bag on there, you can loosen this off, or if you take your sleeping bag off, tighten it down like so. And actually, one other thing I forgot to mention, the legs lock in place like so. So once they're in place, if you're moving your bed chair around in your bivvy, or around the bank, there's no risk of that getting pushed over like that. It's going to take quite a bit of force to knock the legs over, so you're not going to sit down, embarrass yourself with a leg folding in, or in the middle of the night sitting on the bed chair in a certain different point and it all collapses down. So there we go, the Advanta Discovery CCX Straight 6 bed, which comes in at $139.99, and the Superlite, which comes in at $129.99. For more information, please head over to the Advanta Direct website. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you again soon.